good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying with us. You are watching the latest edition of 6 Stories at 6 with me, Oyana Mitra. Over the next half an hour, I'll be taking you through those 6 stories which have dominated the headlines today. With that, here we go. Up first, viewers, the story that is coming in from Bihar, why Jungle Raj is back in the spotlight. We'll tell you about the controversy where JDU strongman Anand Singh is seen smoking inside a hospital. Second story, a growing divide over music composer A.R. Rahman's comment over communal bias in Bollywood. His daughter has now broken silence on the matter. Third, shocking lapses that have come to the fore in the death investigation of Noida Techie Yuvraj Mehta. And when questioned by Republic, we will show you how the authorities have essentially evaded accountability, washed their hands off from any sort of responsibility in the case. Then, the full details of Varanasi's Manikarnika Ghat controversy and how those peddling misinformation have now been booked. Next, we take you through the big leads in the Karur stampede investigation as TVK chief Vijay is grilled for a second time while the CBI prepares to file its charge sheet soon, most likely in February. And finally, a Republic exclusive news break that explains how US aid may have funded the biggest anti-regime critic of Iran for years. With that, let's get started on the first story. Alright viewers, the first story of the day, a viral video of jailed criminal Neta and JDU MLA from Mukama Anand Singh has now triggered massive political outrage in Bihar. In this viral clip, Anand Singh is seen smoking a cigarette inside hospital premises while police personnel stand by silently raising serious questions on law enforcement. What's more disturbing is the timing. Anand Singh, viewers, is a history sheeter, 28 criminal cases including murder, kidnapping, arms offences and assault. He was released from jail on medical grounds, but the visuals now circulating suggest a blatant misuse of medical bail, preferential treatment. Here's the full story.
The man on your screen is the jailed criminal Neta and JDU MLA Anand Singh, showing off his arrogance, smoking a cigarette in the hospital premises. What is more shocking is the cops next to Anand Singh do nothing while the criminal MLA is seen calling the shots. The MLA from Mokama constituency, who is an accused in a murder case, was recently released from jail on medical grounds. But the viral clip of Special has raised serious questions about prison parole, misuse of medical bail. The Nitish government has maintained radio silence over the entire controversy, while the RJD has cornered the Bihar government over the law and order situation of the state.
कब का वीडियो है, सब तो ऐसा है कि वीडियो और फोटो तो कब का होता है, कब चल जाता है सोशल मीडिया के ज़माने में। ये तो और मान लीजिए कि जेल जाने के कहीं पर पी रहे होंगे, हम लोग को जानकारी नहीं है ना, हम लोग फोटो देखे हैं। नहीं, उस पर बहुत हाय तौबा मचाया जा रहा है। बहुत से विपक्ष के लोग अपने अपने तरीके से लोगों को बात को दिग्भ्रमित करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। पुलिस पूरी तरह से इस पर जांच कर रही है। हमारे सीनियर एसपी, हमारे आईजी, हमारी एसआईटी टीम पर भरोसा रखिए।
The Nitish government hasn't issued a statement over the controversy, but the questions are: is JDU MLA Anand Singh the next Shahabuddin? And till when the Bihar government will keep shielding the criminal netas? The pointed questions remain unanswered.
All right, viewers, on to our next story of the day. Music composer A.R. Rahman has addressed the controversy sparked by his earlier remark on alleged communal bias in the Bollywood film industry. Facing sharp criticism online, A.R. Rahman has now released a calming video message that essentially clarifies that India is his home and inspiration, that his comments were rooted in personal experience and not any political agenda. Now, as this debate ensues, his daughters have also publicly expressed their support. They've gone on to say that A.R. Rahman was being targeted just because he chose to speak his mind. More on this controversy.
A.R. Rahman shared a composed video message on social media responding to the criticism post his comment on bias in Bollywood. He said India is not just his home, but his teacher and inspiration. Soon after, Rahman's daughters Khatija and Rahima showed their support online. Both reshared a post defending their father and criticizing the abuse he has faced. The post was by Malayalam composer Kailash Menon. He said people may disagree with Rahman but cannot deny him the freedom to express his personal experience. Kailash slammed the trolls for turning disagreement into hate and character assassination. The controversy began after Rahman's statement went viral when asked about prejudice in Bollywood. He spoke about changing power dynamics and hinted at a possible communal angle. His remarks in the film Chhawa further fueled the backlash. Rahman said the movie was cashing in on divisiveness, which some viewers took offense to. Rahman has now reiterated that his words came from personal experience, not politics. He said India's freedom on expression has allowed him to create, grow, and represent the country on the global stage.
Now, the post-mortem findings in the Noida Techie death case has strongly indicated death by drowning, particularly in a scenario involving muddy or dirty water. The presence of 1 to 2 liters of water in the chest cavity of Yuvraj Mehta along the ribs, combined with lungs full of water, reflects significant asphyxiation of fluid during the drowning process, leading to waterlogging, heavy lungs and subsequent leakage of fluid into the pleural space after death. These are the post-mortem findings that Republic TV has reported for you. Whereas in a glaring example of bureaucratic apathy in the Noida case, residents' complaints about hazardous open drains and non-functional street lights went completely unaddressed for 6 long months, despite repeated representation to the authorities. These are just merely some of the lapses that have come to the fore in this entire investigation, and when confronted by Republic viewers, we'll show you in this next report how these authorities have essentially tried to dodge any sort of accountability in this case whatsoever.
Fresh details have emerged in the Noida Techie death case, where the postmortem report of 27-year-old Yuvraj Mehta has now been released. The report confirms that Yuvraj died due to suffocation and also mentions heart failure. The postmortem findings reveal extensive drowning indicators, as 1 to 2 liters of water was found inside the chest cavity and around the ribs. His lungs were filled with water, while the brain was found congested, with both chambers of heart full of blood. Meanwhile, Republic TV has also accessed letter of Noida residents where they have written to authorities demanding signages to be put up. Letter shows that residents had given urgent request for installation of street lights, but no immediate actions were taken. Yuvraj Mehta was a software engineer who died in a tragic accident in Noida on Friday night as his car collided with a drainage boundary near Sector 150 and plunged into a deep water-filled ditch amid dense fog. The absence of reflectors and warning signage on the service road has been cited as a key reason behind the crash. Yuvraj's car hit a raised ridge separating 2 drainage basins and fell nearly 70 feet into the ditch. On the spot, eyewitness Mahinder Singh was the individual who volunteered to dive in and attempted to save Yuvraj.
घटना तो जी यहाँ पे 15 दिन पहले भी एक सेम घटना हुई थी, लेकिन उसको भी, उस ड्राइवर को भी 15 दिन पहले मैंने ही बचाया था रात को 1:30 बजे। यहाँ पे कोई नहीं था, धुंध के कारण सीधी गाड़ियाँ दाग गई थी, उसको भी 2 घंटे लग गए थे बचाने में। लेकिन ये जो घटना थी, ये घटना उस दिन भी बहुत ज़्यादा धुंध था, वो लड़का गाड़ी को लेकर सीधा अंदर दाग गया। मेरे आने से 10 मिनट पहले लड़का डूब चुका था, ठीक है। मैं लास्ट झाड़ी आप दिखा सकते हैं, वहाँ पे जो छोटी छोटी झाड़ी दिख रही है, कम से कम 50 मीटर भीतर तक मैं गया। कम से कम 30 से 40 मिनट मैंने अकेले ने पूरे में रेस्क्यू किया। वहाँ से मुझे यहाँ का बंदा कोई नहीं दिख रहा था, लेकिन अकेले मुझे टॉर्च का सहारा दिखा के मतलब इधर देखो, आप इधर देखो। मगर मैंने पूरा 30 से 40 मिनट पूरा सर्च किया, वो भाई मुझे नहीं मिला, ना उसकी गाड़ी मिली थी।
Noida Authority additional CEO Satish Pal has claimed that authorities are working to check the complaints given by residents and will investigate why no action was taken by the concerned officer.
चूँकि आप जानते हैं कि वो स्पोर्ट सिटी का इलाका है, पिछले 5 साल से वहाँ रोक भी लगी हुई थी, तो अब ये देखने की बात है कि वो वाला जो एरिया है वो कौन से स्पेसिफिक उसमें आ रहा है, प्लॉट कौन सा वहाँ पर और क्या कार्रवाई होनी थी। इसमें मौके पर भी टीम्स गई है, वो देख के बताएंगे कि कार्रवाई करेंगे उसमें।
Meanwhile, Public Health Department in charge Rajesh Kumar has also issued a clarification on the matter.
नाले की सफाई हुई, देखिए आप नाला साफ।
तो नाले में पानी कैसे भरा है? नहीं, नाले से ही पानी जाता है अंदर।
सर हमने देखा नाले की सफाई कब से हो रही है।
सर नाले से पानी जाता है ये अंदर।
दीवार है वो मेरा क्राइटेरिया नहीं।
सर ये पानी नाले से जाता है क्या अंदर?
सिविल से संबंधित
मैं कह रहा हूँ सर ये पानी नाले से जाता है क्या अंदर?
आपको नहीं लग रहा है कि करोड़ों की कीमत के फ्लैट्स है लेकिन
देखिए मेरी बात सुनिए, जो मेरा क्राइटेरिया है उससे संबंधित आप सवाल कीजिए।
With the postmortem now confirming death due to suffocation and drowning, the focus sharpens on accountability and preventive action.
And on to a story that we're tracking from Uttar Pradesh now. Police have registered 8 separate FIRs over alleged circulation of misleading content on social media related to the Manikarnika Ghat reconstruction work in Varanasi yesterday evening. These cases were filed at the city's Chowk police station on charges of the use of images of Hindu deities to mislead people who have faith in Hinduism, triggering widespread public outrage, disturbing social harmony. Police complaints were filed by the construction agency engaged in strengthening infrastructure facilities and carrying out the beautification work at the Manikarnika Ghat. Now, although no arrests have been made so far in this case, the registering of FIR against 8 individuals essentially signals a progress in this investigation so far. Take a look.
Sacred soil, sacred flames, and now serious allegations of digital deception at Varanasi's Manikarnika Ghat. Varanasi police has launched a major crackdown, registering 8 FIRs over the circulation of AI-generated videos and fake images linked to the redevelopment work at the historic Ghat. FIRs have been registered against Aam Aadmi Party leader and Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh, Bihar MP Pappu Yadav, and Jaswinder Kaur, amongst others.
समाज को भ्रमित करके कोई भी विद्वेष की भावना न फैलाने पाए।
But refuting such claims, police say the content was deliberately created and shared to spread misinformation, mislead devotees, and trigger unrest. Fake visuals flooded social media, claiming idol damage and charges of heritage destruction. But Uttar Pradesh administration hit back with a reality check, showing idol intact at the Manikarnika Ghat.
ये नंदी हैं जो आपने देखा होगा उस विजुअल में, उस फोटोग्राफ में जिसको प्रसारित किया जा रहा है। यहाँ पे ये नंदी, आज भी नंदी यहाँ पर है। आज इनकी सुबह पूजा हुई है, माला चढ़ा है यहाँ पर भगवान नंदी के ऊपर। और मैं कहूँगा अपने सहयोगी से दिखाने के लिए कि आप यहाँ पर देखिए, यहाँ पर देखिए कि मुख्य द्वार पर यहाँ पे देखिए गणेश भगवान। आप देख सकते हैं ना कि गणेश भगवान जो कि भगवा कलर में यहाँ पर विद्यमान है, यह भी फोटो में बीच में पूरी तरह से दिखाया जा रहा है। साथ ही आप देखिए यहाँ पर शिवलिंग। अब आप देखिए यहाँ पर शिवलिंग की अगर हम बात करें तो यहाँ पर भगवान भोलेनाथ यहाँ पर विद्यमान है। अर्घा मैं दिखा रहा हूँ आपको। तो जिस तरह से पूरे इस मणिकर्णिका घाट को जो सौंदर्यीकरण किया जा रहा है, जो उसका पुनर्निर्माण हो रहा है, जो श्रद्धालु और जो लोग दुखी लोग, जो पूरे देश भर से दुखी लोग आते हैं, जिनके परिजन नहीं होते हैं, जिनके परिजनों का अंतिम संस्कार होता है, उनके साथ कम से कम 5 से 10 लोग आते ही हैं, मैक्सिमम 100-200 लोग आते हैं। उनके बैठने की व्यवस्था, पूजा की सामग्री, उनके अंतिम संस्कार की जो सामग्री है, लकड़ियां हैं, वेटिंग रूम है, तमाम चीजों की आवश्यकता है जो वहां पर नहीं था, वहां पे अव्यवस्थित था, उसको ठीक करने का काम किया जा रहा है। और उस पर राजनीति हो रही है कि वहां पर मंदिरों को तोड़ा जा रहा है।
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, during his Varanasi visit, took serious note of the AI-generated video controversy, giving clear instruction of immediate action to be taken. And within 24 hours, Varanasi police moved in. According to officials, complaints were filed by construction agency overseeing the redevelopment and beautification of Manikarnika Ghat. Police have now begun a detailed probe to trace the origin and creators of the fake digital content. Varanasi police has also issued a clear warning. Any further attempt to spread misleading or fake information will invite strict legal action.
Now, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, TVK chief and actor Vijay arrived at the CBI headquarters this morning for a second round of questioning in connection with the Karur stampede case. Previously, he was questioned by the central agency on the 12th of January. CBI took over the case from an SIT following a Supreme Court order, and since then, evidence gathering has been going on in relation with the stampede case, which took place on the 27th of September last year, claiming 41 lives and injuring more than 60 people. In fact, what we understand at this point in time is that by the end of February, CBI is likely to file its charge sheet, in which sources, as indicated to Republic, have said that Vijay will be named.
TVK chief and actor Vijay reached the Central Bureau of Investigation office in Delhi today in connection with the investigation into the Karur stampede case. The first round of questioning happened on 12 Jan, after which he was asked to appear again the following day. As the questioning started, CBI asked some important questions to Vijay. CBI asked Vijay about when did he realize about the stampede-like situation. Federal agency also asked why did Vijay get into the crowd even after police advised him that place is overcrowded. Vijay was confronted on how he didn't realize the situation before time. During the investigation, the CBI is likely to seek clarification about the 7-hour gap between the scheduled start of the event and his actual arrival.
The entire aim of the CBI here is to establish the accountability, to understand on which level did the lapse actually happen. Did it happen on the level of the local police level, or did it happen at the administration level, or did it happen at the party organizers level? Local police was supposed to look after the crowd management, and now that Vijay was 7 hours late, so all the possible angles are being investigated by the CBI. Right before, as I mentioned earlier, right before Vijay was summoned here in the National Capital for the first time last week.
The agency is also scrutinizing how Vijay's modified vehicle moved through the rush and whether its progress exacerbated the crush. Meanwhile, fans gathered outside the CBI office to show support for Thalapathy, TVK chief Vijay. Fans held TVK flags in their hands as a symbol of their favorable stance towards the actor turned politician. For the past 3 months, CBI officials have been conducting the investigation in multiple phases. The CBI has till now questioned several TVK office bearers, the driver of Vijay, and some police officers in the case.
And finally, viewers, today questions are swirling around prominent Iranian activist and journalist Masih. US government records now show that funding close to $1 million, a revelation that has opened a can of worms over transparency, influence, and who is really footing the bill. Records show that over $1 million were given over the years to this anti-regime critic in Iran. The audiences are now curious and deserve the full picture. This next report will give you the full details of the story, a Republic exclusive news break for you.
I am here today to warn you on behalf of millions of Iranians.
A prominent activist and journalist who is an anti-regime activist of Iran and an active supporter of President Donald Trump is under question. Records reveal that Ahmadinejad and organizations linked to her have received federal funding running into hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. Funds close to $1 million have been funded to Masih Ahmadinejad over the years. The funding disclosures and access to global platforms raise a larger question: whether the public are being shown the full picture or only one side of the coin. The issue is not legality but disclosure, and whether activism backed by state-funded programs should be presented as entirely independent dissent. The funding disclosures have opened a can of worms, with critics questioning where activism ends and state-backed advocacy begins. She has also engaged with platforms linked to the United Nations ecosystem regarding human rights, women's freedoms, and political dissent. These global platforms, combined with state-funded programs, blur the lines between activism and advocacy. With appearances at UN-linked forums and growing visibility in Western media, critics say US-funded activism has found an echo chamber on the global stage. While supporters insist she is merely calling a spade a spade. There is no allegation of illegality in the US funding itself. However, the disclosures have reignited debate over credibility, perception, and influence in global discourse.
And that's all that we had for you in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. But do stay on with us, because on the other side, we'll get you live and breaking updates with my colleague Abhishek Kapoor. Thanks for watching.